I believe many women imagine online business looks very different than it actually does. Okay. Most people probably picture someone glued to their laptop all day, like constantly posting, constantly launching, always chasing the next opportunity. But if you spend a week with me, right, I think you will probably be very surprised because most of my weeks are actually very quiet. Like it's writing, I do reading, recording, thinking, planning, publishing, and coming back to the same ideas over and over again until they become a part of my body of work. So today, I thought I'll just invite you a sneak peek inside of my week. And I want to share with you my schedule, not for you to copy it, but I want this to be an opportunity to help you to internalize what a soft life business will actually look like on a day to day basis. Hey girl, hey, welcome back. I'm Sharita, and over here, we talk about building a soft life business through digital assets, discoverable content. We talk about ecosystems. We talk about quiet income for intentional women, okay, who want to build wisely. Today's video is going to be just a little different. I'm going to pull back the curtains a little and walk you through what a typical week looks like inside my business. And you'll probably notice something really, really quickly is that my calendar isn't built around chasing content. It's actually built around creating assets. Okay. And that distinction right there has changed everything for me and how I approach my business. I use a software called Trello that I clock into every day. Literally. Trello is the first place that I pull up when I am ready to get to work, and I have it nice and sweet and just cozy so that I know on a day to day basis what I am working on. And here was a great benefit of that is that because I've been online for a long time, I was sick last week. We had been traveling most of June, and when we got back from the third trip, my husband wasn't feeling so well, so then I caught whatever he had, so I wasn't feeling well last week, and I did not post a YouTube video. However, I still post a blog and was still active on my writing platforms because I repurpose. I have videos to repurpose that content, and even though I did not publish a new YouTube video, I still made money. Okay. I still got leads in my business. I even opened a new community called the Soft Life CEO community. I have a good, maybe 6 or 7 women are in there right now, loving it. And so during my sick time and, not feeling well, my business still moved forward. Why? It's always what I preach. It's because when you have content that is out there and you're putting content on the right platforms, okay, that where people are searching for or people are interested in what you are talking about, it will you will continue to make money in your business even if you're not feeling well. So I have my own philosophy, and before I, talk about my Trello board and give you the day to day, I want to explain something just a little bit. I don't organize my week around platforms. I organize my week around ideas. That right there, that took a mindset shift for me. So years ago, I used to have I still use Google Calendar, but I would use Google Calendar, and every time I had a need, I had to post here, a post there. I had to do another reel and do another TikTok, and nothing was going together. Everything just felt disconnected. So now my calendar, when I start things or even if I'm adding things to my board or my Google Calendar, I ask, what idea am I developing this week? What digital asset am I building? And how can one idea continue serving people in multiple ways? That shift right there makes my business so much calmer. My nervous system is calm, and I'm no longer trying to just event something new. Okay, I'm expanding ideas instead. Okay. So if I, again, one video will make so many different assets in my business. Now I don't create those assets in the same week, but I have a spreadsheet, and after I finish this video is going on the spreadsheet. So when it's time for me to post a blog, I get to choose based on my video sheets. So my all the videos that are on my sheet, I just get to choose. Okay, what am I going to write a blog about today? I already have the content because I have the transcript. I can turn that into a blog. I can turn it into a Medium article. I can turn it into Pinterest pins. So I'm always going to expand on one idea, okay? And that's for me is per asset. So even with my videos, I'm trying something new as well and creating books for not print books, but I'm creating um, ebooks for Amazon. So Kindle books, all right, because the girls buying Kindles, okay, and there are avid Kindle readers. So I am catering some books to that, but I'm using my videos to do that. All right, so I'm gonna pull up my Trello board right here on my phone because they do have an app. I love that part too. I can maneuver things in my business right here on the app. So let's go to Monday. All right. So Monday, every day has a theme. Okay, so every day has a theme. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see. Hold on, I must have did something. Okay, what? From right there. I don't know what happened right there. That's Tuesday. Okay, there we go. All right, every day has a theme. So the theme for Monday is Soft Life CEO Community and digital product for my YouTube channel. As you can see here on my YouTube channel, I do have a store that I can connect to my YouTube channel. So the goal for that day, the overall goal is to make sure that I am, when I say Soft Life CEO Community, that means I'm either recording a new training in there, just in the community, okay? Anybody that needs to be approved is going in there, making sure, everything is all good. I usually post on Mondays, giving a check-in. I spend a little time there, okay? That's what I do in there. And I have to make sure that I create at least 1 to 3 new digital products for my shop here on my YouTube channel. Okay. So that's that. That's the main focus. It does not mean that on Mondays that I'm doing that first. It just means, okay, Sharlrita, that's the theme of the day. Okay. But activity wise, I make sure that I post on my YouTube community post. I write a blog on my website. Excuse me, again, I create the digital product for the YouTube shop, and then I make sure I check in with my community. Those are the tasks for today, for that day. Okay. So based on my schedule, I still use Google Calendar, but based on my schedule, my CEO time, I make sure those things are done. It's summertime now, so we have already wrapped up homeschooling here on my side. So now I sat down with my kids and we're going to still have outings out while in the summer because I don't want them to just sit in the house and do nothing. So even though we're not officially homeschooling, we can go out and do activities. So we doing that three days out of the week. So Monday is one of those sad days. Will spend the mornings out since it's a more cooler in the morning times, and that way in the afternoon I'm able to work. Okay, so that's how my Mondays that's how my Mondays look. All right, so now we're on Tuesday. The main theme for the day is Her Soft Business Blueprint podcast. So it is a non-negotiable. I need to make sure that I get at least an episode or two recorded. Remember, that's a part of my repurpose as well. My videos do get repurposed into podcast episodes. Podcasts are SEO friendly. Okay. I don't hardly ever promote my podcast, and yet we still get, I think so far we have 43 episodes at the time of this recording, and we have close to 3,000, 4,000 downloads. So there you have it. I hardly ever promote it. Like, I don't know if it's a, okay, it was a truck going by, but I hardly ever promote it as far as like on my social media and things like that. That's really organic. I host my podcast on Substack, so that could be that too. Okay, but yeah, but Tuesdays we got to make sure that a YouTube video is recorded, which today is Tuesday. Okay, I do write an article on Medium. Again, this is repurposed content, and then I make sure that my episodes for my podcast. So I try to do two so that I'll have one because they drop every Thursday. So I gotta have I try to keep at least one or two in the batch scheduled out. So just in case anything like what happened last week, I was sick. I still had an episode go out. Thank God. So that was done. So that's what I do on Tuesday. So Tuesday is my talking day. That's where I talk a lot on Tuesdays. Okay. So I use that day to talk a lot. Okay, so let's talk about what my Wednesdays look like. Wednesday is a mini her book day. Okay. This is where I am writing and publishing is the main day. Okay. First of all, before I do that, I make sure that I have a YouTube short that goes up. I write a article on Substack. If you are a paid subscriber, you get a article on the first and third of the month because I do have a paid tier. So I do have shout out to those of you that are on the paid tier. I work on my mini her book, and that's it. That's what we do on what day is that? Wednesday. Okay, I'm just deleting something because I forgot I decided to take that off. But that's what I do on Wednesdays. Okay, that's what my little card looks like. Okay, for Wednesday, and I have it look color coordinated and all those great things. Primarily, I'm working in my business at least 4 hours. Okay, at least 4 hours. I do maybe about an hour in the morning. That's when in the morning time I do like admin things. I help my husband in his business too, so I get those things out of the way, and yeah, so I can have the rest of the day to do what I need to do. Okay. Now let's talk about Thursday. Okay, Thursday is another mini her book day. All right, I set aside 2 days a week to write and publish books because that is when it comes to my income sources is like one of the at the top. So I keep that going. But I do record a YouTube video on Thursday and I work on my mini her books and that's it. You see, that's it. That's all that's all I'm doing. If I'm doing anything extra, it's because I'm doing it. And I ain't got no business. But but that's what I'm doing. Okay. And that's why I'm able to publish rapidly. I set aside 2 days a week to be able to do that. Okay. All right. So let's go into Friday. All right. Here's my Friday. Right here's my board. That's going back to the YouTube channel, Digital Products. I think I'm going to take that out. I'm just going to leave that for Monday. So I'm not going to add anything to Friday. I've been noticing with myself here lately. I like a nice lean business. I don't like to do a whole lot of stuff. So Friday, make sure YouTube short goes up, which more than likely is already scheduled because on Wednesday I'll go ahead and record 3, schedule them out. Okay. Let's see. Friday, we write a Medium article. We write. That's it. Yep, that's it. Medium article. Medium. So I publish on Medium twice a week. So I publish on Medium twice a week. I like Medium. Great for SEO. All right, Saturday, I don't do a lot on Saturdays. I will work on my to-do list. Like if something comes in my mind, because while I'm working, sometimes something will come in my mind. Like for example, I'll be like, oh, I need to update my website, or I'll put that on my to-do list and I'll just do it, set aside time to do it Saturday. Okay. So that's what I do on Saturdays is really work on my to-do list. Okay. So I keep that for that. Depends on what I got going on. Sometimes I'm out of town and so I may not be working. Okay, I may not be working, but I do make sure that I have a YouTube community post goes up. I write an article on Substack, and that's it. Okay, so I make sure those things. A lot of these things that I do can be like scheduled. So if I'm having a burst of energy and I'm like, oh, I just feel like writing or whatever, I will sit down and batch certain things too. Okay. Now Sunday, I don't do any work on Sundays. I do have a YouTube short that goes out on Sunday, so we make sure that's already posted and scheduled. I do a weekly check-in. I have a spreadsheet where I jot all of my numbers. So this is where I go in and keep up with, how many videos that I post, how many subscribers I got, the numbers. Okay, how much money did you make this week? That's why I go and do a check-in. So that way I would know, okay, where I am on a week to week basis. All right. So that's it. That's pretty much how I structure my week. And this is what I want to make sure that I'm very, very, I like being transparent on my videos, that when you have the activities and you're doing the same activities on a daily and weekly basis, trust me, honey, your business is going to seem very, very boring. Yeah, it's going to be very boring. You'll be like, oh, I got to do this. Hey, how you doing? Good. It's going to seem very, very boring. So boring businesses are the best businesses to have. Yes. You look at my Trello board without understanding my philosophy, it might just look like tasks, but I don't see tasks. Okay. I see assets. Every one of my books become a part of my library. Every one of my YouTube videos just become a part of my body of work. And every Substack strengthens relationships I have. Every blog improves discoverability. And Pinterest, that girl, okay, becomes another path leading someone back into my ecosystem. I use Pinterest as a traffic source. So I'm not building like seven different businesses, I'm building one thoughtful ecosystem. And to be honest, that right there has brought me so much peace in my business. I find that I'm making more money. It might not be fast, but because I'm more intentional about what I am building. I love to see the thing when things come together. I love to see the books come together. I love to see every asset that I create is the betterment for somebody else. If you love this way of thinking, if it resonates with you, and if you've been online, you've been looking for a slower, more intentional way to build online, I would love to see you inside the Soft Life CEO community. It's my new community that I created on School, and it's a beginner friendly community. And it's designed for women who want to create a soft life business. Okay. And you don't have to figure out by yourself. I just hand you the tools and show you how to do it. Okay. And how I do it. All right. We build digital assets in there. We create meaningful work, and we are long-term thinkers. So my community is not for those that just want to get rich quick, pay their bills. We pay our bills, but I mean, you know what I mean. It's not for that. Okay. The strategies that I teach, that not only that I teach, but I actually use in my own business, has allowed me to create the business and where I am now. Okay, the skies is the limit. You can build as much as you want, but I want to let you know that up front, so you won't think, oh, okay, yeah, I need to make money tomorrow. Can you make money? I do. I will say this: I make money easier. Okay, I make money with ease because I don't have to do a lot. Okay. And that's why my business and what I do on a daily basis could seem boring to some, but doing those activities and compounding is really how I get major and amazing results every single day, week, and month. So I want you to join me. The link is in the description and down below in the comments as well. So before you go, let me ask you this, okay? I need to know. I like to chat in the comments. If you were designing, right, your ideal business week from scratch, what would you want more of? If it's writing, teaching, creating, that's probably God nudging you to do that. Do more of that. Yeah, do more of that. I believe that's how you tap into to God. Let me say that. Okay, and I don't say that enough. I'm a Jesus girl. Okay, I feel like that everything I do is in worship to God. So, okay, you feel what I'm saying? What would you do more of? How would you worship Him? Is it through your writing? Maybe you want to do videos. Maybe you want to publish. Do more of that. Okay, do more of that. So again, I want you to leave me a comment. If not, we're going to continue this conversation inside the Soft Life CEO community as well. Come and join me. You got 3 different levels that you can join in, and I hope to see you there. Okay, I'm excited. Let's go. Let's get it. And also, make sure too that you drink your water. Mind your business. Take care of yourself. Okay. I see you in the next video. Anyways, I see you in the next video, girl. Bye.